So again, today, another Sunday, which means we got some games to go through. This first one is one of those games, because I just saw it today in the morning. This first one is called Agronom. Farm, build, and automate with robots to create a Martian paradise for Gramps Maker or Mocker in Agronom. So the big thing that really appealed to me about this game is one of my favorite movies is Wall-E. And this game really just gives me those Wall-E vibes. So another thing that I did want to start to do on this segment is kind of point out how many people can play, because that's something that I haven't been doing. And I think that that's, a note that would be important for anybody watching this in the future, especially me watching this in the future. So I'm going to start to just talk about whether they're single player, cooperative, online co-op, online PvP, all that stuff. So this game is just a single player game, which it should be, being automated. But let's see the trailer. Hold up. I'll rewind, bring the volume up slightly, not too much, slightly, and then we're gonna go into this screen. There we go. All right. So again, the big reason that I actually really enjoy this game is because it looks like Wall-E, and it seems like one of the main goals of it is you get to possibly like vegetate a planet, which would be honestly really freaking cool. Hopefully that is not too loud, but I think it is. So let's bring it down a little bit. You got a bunch of adorable little robots. I know I had this discussion before, but it's crazy how something like a robot can be so cute, especially whenever you put the right sound effects to them. And see, this is what makes me believe that you're going to be able to like actually vegetate like massive areas of the planet. Maybe not the whole planet, but massive areas of the planet. Oh, this could be kind of like oh, I think it is. What's that game? Like Satisfactory. Like Satisfactory, where you have to send stuff out of the planet. So maybe you're not vegetating this planet and you're just farming there. But it would be cool if you did that. And then like eventually the planet just got all vegetated. I don't know what it is. I do love that about these type of games, or if you were able to do that. There's something more. Okay. Alluring to a possible secret in the game? All right. Well, that was freaking cool. Okay, so that's the first game, Agronom. Release date is 2025, so the release date will be sometime this year. Again, the year is slowly going by, but it's going by. We're more than halfway past, so we got a lot of games that have a 2025 release date, so a lot of games that we get to look forward to. All right, let's look into the next one. Okay, next game. Next game is Animal Use Protocol. In this first-person narrative-focused survival horror, you play as Pin, a hyper-intelligent chimpanzee. Hunted at every turn, your only chance of survival lies in scavenging, crafting, and exploring Anchorage Station. An epic story awaits. Be quick and quiet. Time is running out. So, I mean, just off the bat, this game actually, even just from the little cover art, I guess we would call it, because these days games don't really have cover art, but from the little cover art, it already looks really cool. I mean, playing as a hyper intelligent chimpanzee is wild. So this is, I'm trying to look into any other information we can bring into light. I mean, just survival horror, a lot of crafting. We love our crafting. But let's just get into the trailer.
This place wrong. This place not right.
You say that about every place.
With insistence, wrong.
Oh my god, the rat's even intelligent.
Smells the same to
With
me.
urgency.
He has a Tamagotchi on his back. That's freaking hilarious.
This is
With growing impatience, be quiet.
Oh shit. Like something out of the forest. You know, this really makes me think a lot of Alien Isolation. But it seems like maybe more combat. But this environment is wild. Oh, that is straight out of freaking Half-Life. The gravity gun. I don't think that's what it's called, but... Oh, shit. Wow.
for sure this is right way.
With indignation, pathfinding, very good. Better than smelly hate. Better than run.
Oh, shit.
Paralyzed terror. Smelly hate, run.
Okay, so it looks like the enemies are like a hybrid of like human and animal. If not, then just a hybrid of a lot of different animals. Let's see, does it have anything on? No, it doesn't. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put it to the screen right here. What's going on, new? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, that was Animal Use Protocol. I think the release date was 2026. We'll look at that right now, actually. Hold on. Let's do this. Release date is 2026. So a little bit of a longer wait, but where it shows this, the trailer, where it shows everything is at right now, looks fucking amazing. From the environment to what the combat seems like. I mean, in all honesty, it doesn't seem like it's going to be focused too much on combat itself. Kind of like what I believe they were doing, or they did with Alien Isolation. But overall, it just seems super creative. I'm super excited to see what the enemies look like too. Yeah, so this is going to be a solid one. All right, so release date again, 2026. It is a single player game. And there it is, Animal Use Protocol. Okay, let's see. All right, so the next game is called The Apocalypse. The Apocalypse is a low-poly sandbox survival shooter set in a post-apocalyptic world. Scavenge, craft, build, and fight against zombies and mutants. Enjoy fast-paced gunplay, which I very much enjoy. So hopefully it is a fast pace. And light survival fun. Open world with multiple game modes. So this one is not only single player, it's online PvP and online co-op. So it might be a massive world. So let's jump into the trailer. You know, I don't mind games that are low poly. I feel like games that are low poly have like a flavor of their own, which never takes away from it being low poly. Like I mean, obviously you don't play these games for the graphics for the most part, but there's just like something I don't know what the word would be, like homey for low poly games. Something nice about them, you know? But again, another crafting. I do love crafting games. I don't think we could get enough crafting as long as it's done right. This one seems to have a lot going on with it, though. Some wind turbines. Damn, look at those vehicles. Holy hell. And you can explore underwater. Oh, some big ass zombies. Hopefully it shows a little bit of the gunplay, because I would love to see it. With its third, first, top down. Oh, there it is. Oh man, first person too. Oh, and so there goes the PvP aspect. So this is probably going to be a little like Rust, where you have a mass world of just everybody kind of on their own, but adding, or like even DayZ, but adding that the zombies to it. I mean, DayZ has zombies, but not like these zombies. Oh fuck! I did it again. Oh well. I'll listen to you. Thank you, Neil. But that was the apocalypse. No release date. So again, if I were to take just a gamble at what it's going to be like, it's probably going to follow suit with like Rust and DayZ. It doesn't seem like the survival aspect of it is going to be as hard as something like DayZ, but it does give me more of a Rust style to it, because a lot of the buildings even look kind of similar to Rust, which, I mean, nothing wrong with it. But I do really enjoy the fact that this is going to be first person. You got crafting, everybody all over the world. They're going to need to really be on top of their game with how they treat that, because one thing that keeps me from playing games like this, and maybe it's just me, but I don't like having so many, like being able to craft all my shit, like being able to craft all my bases and all that stuff and make my buildings and everything look nice and have like all this stuff going on, and then just to have it destroyed. That's never fun to me. I know it's a part of the game, but I'm not a fan of it. So I have PTSD from Muck. Oh, Muck is such a good game. About to have a whole gang war. No, we really are. So again, no release date. Single player, online co-op, or online PvP, online co-op. Seems like a fun game. But let's move on. So this is the next game. The only way that I would say I can describe this whenever I first saw it, because again, going into these, I do have a bit of, this isn't a first reaction thing. I do look at these a little bit before I actually put them on the list. So whenever I first saw this game, lately, and as much as it hasn't gotten as much hype as I would like it, and mainly because it didn't start off with very much content, but lately I've been massively into No More Room in Hell. If anybody has played No More Room in Hell, it is a very fun game, but it's a very unforgiving game. It's pretty hard. But No More Room in Hell 2 came out. When it came out, unfortunately, it did not do good at all. It actually did really bad. I played it from whenever it first came out. I enjoyed it from what it was. Sure, there was a bunch of bugs. There were a bunch of things that happened. But to me, it was still pretty fun, especially whenever you play with friends. It only had one map for the longest time, but lately it has been coming out with new maps and a bunch of new stuff. So to me, it has gotten a lot better, and they're slowly building on it. I'm so happy that the devs didn't just abandon it after the terrible launch that they have. And they're just slowly building on it, slowly putting out more maps and all that stuff. Now, the reason I do this whole long-winded thing is because when I first saw this game, I was just like, oh shit, this gives me that feel of No More Room in Hell 2. Now, No More Room in Hell 2 is definitely a bit of a slower pace. This seems like a more fast-paced game, but definitely gives me that vibe to it. So hopefully this is going to be a game that will be somewhat similar to that. So this is Safe Inside. Stay close together and use teamwork to fight through hordes of infected and other mutant freaks while navigating between safe rooms. Freaks is a strong word, man. So this is a single player and online co-op. But let's jump into the trailer. Yeah, so it seems like these are like that zombie right there looks crazy. But it seems like these hordes are so much more fast-paced. So I don't know if this is going to be like No More Room in Hell or maybe more of like a Left 4 Dead style game. Let's bring the volume up a bit.
Do not trust the NECR. They only want to cure. Cure us all.
That dude looks creepy. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this is definitely a lot more slow paced than No More Room in Hell. It does give me a little more of a Left 4 Dead feel to it, which we need more games like that. We absolutely need more games like Left 4 Dead. God, eh. So that is Safe Inside. No release date. I will say, like, judging from the trailer itself, it's probably going to be a little bit before it releases. But I mean, there's a lot that goes into making these games. So I imagine that maybe a 2026, maybe a 2027 release date, if I were to take a guess. But I'm not angry about it. Like I said, with Left 4 Dead, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of games that really do come close to that feeling. Like, I mean, I know a lot of my friends and even myself, a lot of us prefer to just go back to Left 4 Dead 2 and even play it till this day. It still holds up really nice. But it's just sad that there's not that many games that I feel do like come close to just even having the same like feeling of playing Left 4 Dead 2. I mean, you have Back 4 Blood, but it's pretty different. And then you have other little Horde games that do come out, but it just never gets to that point, you know? So this does seem like it's going to be more Left 4 Dead style than No More Room in Hell. But as I said, we need more games like that. We need more options out there. So I'm very happy that this dev team is actually shooting for that. So that is Safe Inside. Next game. Shift at Midnight. Shift at Midnight is an online cooperative horror game for 1 to 3 players. Be wary, some of your customers are only pretending to be human. Question them, check their paperwork, don't let them trick you, make one mistake and you'd better board up, set traps, and hide. So just like a couple of games that we went over in these past couple streams, it's hitting that customer service vibe, which again I feel like that is a horror that you really need to explore a little more, because that is some scary shit. Now, where I'm a little like, where I can't wait to actually see how they do make this happen is having the online co-op, or even just the cooperative in general with 1 to 3 players, where you have to check customers. So I imagine like you can have one person at the register And like from there, you're checking all their credentials and whatnot that they're giving you. Maybe you have another person like observing them throughout the store, making sure they're not doing anything weird or creepy. Like that's where I'm super intrigued to see how they go about it. But let's jump into the trailer. Oh, that's not right. Hold up, bring it back. Well, those are some creepy monsters. It's a tiny little store, too. God damn, they just give you a gun? Doppelgangers. Okay. Nice, nice. So then I think only one person... You just have the pistol just there. That's hilarious. Okay, so yeah. So this is like Papers Not Included, I think it's called. Customer glitch. Oh! Well, goddamn. Don't let them leave. This is honestly a really cool concept. That's one thing I will absolutely say. My God, Daddy Longlegs. Oh. But again, I will say, like, they did show a lot of the single player aspect to it, but it says a cooperative game of 1 to 3 players. So I really am curious how they're going to do that. Because the only way I can imagine it happening is you have one person, again, like I said, man the register, one person stock, or maybe 2 people stock, and then the other one just like kind of look around. I mean, I don't know. I'm just super curious about that. All right, so no release date on this game. It is single cooperative. I just want to know how they're going to pull off that co-op, because I mean, for a cooperative game, this will be fun, especially blocking everything up and making sure like you don't get overrun by all the monsters. That would be super cool. All right, but quickly, let's go into this next game. So this next game is called Haunted Paws. Haunted Paws is a cozy co-op horror game where you will play as 2 puppies trying to escape their human friend in a haunted mansion. Create your puppy, explore spooky environments, and defeat evil creatures in an action-packed adventure. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a game where you have to play with another person. I can't imagine it being something that you actually play, that you can play by yourself. But this, I mean... just look at it. It is going to be freaking adorable. And we definitely all know this. All right, so I just got to make sure which of the trailer we're going to watch. But let's jump into the trailer. Already adorable. I mean, you won me over with the dog. So I imagine you're just going to be having a bunch of different puzzles and everything that they have to solve and get together. Aw. Freaking adorable. Oh no. That's not adorable. And it also seems like it actually goes with like a story. So you're not just like going into a mansion and just trying to solve puzzles blindly. It seems like there's going to be an actual story behind this all, which is freaking awesome. All right, 1 second. Let's see what we missed. All right, well, hold on. All right, but that was Haunted Paws. Unfortunately, no release date just yet, but hopefully soon. Oh, it does have single player. That's going to be interesting. I wonder how they're going to pull that off. Because this definitely seems like a game that's going to be very like reliant on having somebody to play with. But who knows? Maybe you just got a good AI that helps you out. But okay, Haunted Paws, single player, online co-op, and shared split screen co-op. So heck yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It looks adorable. It looks like it's going to be a solid game overall. All right. This one I am very excited for, which, to be honest with you, Koala, knowing that you have some arachnophobia on you, I don't know if this one's going to have spiders in it. It seems like it just might, so maybe this one's not going to be one for you either. But this one looks like it's going to be really, really fun. Going to the next one. So this game is called Under a Rock, a procedural open-world survival craft game for 1 to 10 players. Explore a primitive but dangerous place with a different evolutionary path. Here, wildlife is oversized, Neanderthals still exist, and curses are real. So this one is a single online co-op and a LAN co-op. And it's another crafting game. I need to get back into it. I just don't have time to stream right now. Well, life gets busy. I do not blame you for that. All right, but let's get into the trailer. This looks like a freaking Pixar movie or DreamWorks movie. I'm going to put the volume a little down. Aww. I already love it. Little dodo bird. It looks like a massive production game, though, because look at this cinematic. This is straight, millions of dollars of movie right here. Oh. I don't like how she's grabbing that thing's neck, honestly. Oh, shit. I love a game with grappling hooks. Wow. Just sacrifice the bird. Damn, look at this world, though. Holy shit. The creativeness of like the creatures that they have in this is really freaking wild. It's pretty sick. I love that they all look like just straight dodo. Goddamn solid looking. Oh wait, there's a little piece. Oh, I gotta go through it all just in case, they give us little tidbits of something. They did not. Okay, well, there it is. Oh shit. Sorry, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. All right, but that was Under the Rock. To be announced, no release date. Which, again, with games like this looks like a very ambitious game. Never really heard of Nordic Trolls. I've heard of Nordic before, so maybe a bigger company. But this game looks really ambitious. So to be completely honest with you, I feel like they need to let it simmer. They need to really work their magic on this one because, it looks like it's going to be a blast. Just the creativeness on how they made the creatures, how they made the enemies, like that is something that I really, really enjoy a lot. And I adore that they do that because it just takes it out of, dealing with zombies and dealing with all the basic things that you would normally deal with in a lot of these games. But goddamn. It looks like a little bit of Grounded as well. J-Man, how you doing? Or man, why do I keep saying that? Jay, I'm just going to say Jay. How you doing? Welcome in. But yes, it does give me some Power vibes as well, for sure. But goddamn, look at the things that you can do. This is going to be an ambitious one. That's all I'm going to say. And sometimes the ambitions can really hurt with development on this, but from what it seems like, a lot of it has already been I mean, from what you can see in this trailer, a lot of it has already been developed, but like I said, they just simmer. Just let it simmer. Just take your time with it because it can be a freaking blast. And the fact that it's even going to be 1 to 10 players, 10 players on a world like this, that is freaking awesome. That is a lot of fun to do. Because I don't know, most of these is just 1 to 4 players, and you got such a massive world where you can only play with like so many people. So definitely looking forward to this one. That was Under a Rock. I want to ride the cat thing. Yeah, I would absolutely love to. They haven't shown any spiders in the promo pic, so there's potential. Yes. Yeah, true. I didn't see any bugs at all, actually, so hopefully. And like I said, they seem to be they seem to keep everything pretty unique. Even whenever it seems like with some of the big ones, like it seems to be pretty unique creature creation. So yeah, let's hope that they stick to that. Even if maybe, I don't know, the bugs have like, are just like a cross between a lot of bugs. Maybe it doesn't trigger that arachnophobia for you. So this is Easy Delivery Co. Easy Delivery Co. is a relaxing driving game with a strange secret. Chill out, make deliveries, and get to know the mysterious residents of the scenic mountain town, all while earning well below minimum wage. We love that. Includes split screen race mode. Okay, so it seems like they're gonna have an aspect of multiplayer in it, but probably not for like the actual story mode of the game. So it is single player and online PvP. All right, but let's jump into the trailer. I do love how they designed the cat. Prince of Horde, they've been hired as an Easy Co delivery driver. I feel like the theme of this set of games have been very low res, low poly games, but I'm not mad about it. Sound design in this game honestly sounds really amazing. Oh shit. Oh, so I have seen games like this where you have to really be careful with like the stuff you're delivering. I mean, damn, you are getting some money for those deliveries, though. I don't think that is below minimum wage. So I want to know where this strange secret lies, and that's what's probably going to intrigue me the most about this game. Oh, we have a chunk. Oh, I was hoping that strange secret was going to kick in, but that's okay. Death Stranding low poly cat edition. Sketch, what's going on? Welcome in. I appreciate you popping in. Crazy taxi truck. Yes, exactly. All that stuff. It looks really fun, honestly. I know that I would get frustrated with games like this, mainly because, you know, whenever you're having to deal with, like, your cargo just moving about and freaking potentially flying off your truck as you're going, it will get underneath my skin whenever I'm doing some badass things and then my shit just goes flying off. But it still seems like a super, super fun game. It seems like it's going to be really cool. And the fact that they're going to add a race mode to it for anybody who is interested in things like that, I think that's going to... Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that they thought a little bit outside the box and didn't just stick to like just the primary game. They're just like, oh, you know what? We can just add this real quick. That's really cool. Well, the game is supposed to be released in 2025, and the demo's out right now. So if that does tickle your fancy, then check it out. See if you like it. This next one is having a little bit of controversy behind it. I don't think it's on Steam. I'm going to have to look into whether it's on anything else. So give me 1 second. It has a lot of controversy over some of the same reasons that a lot of games get controversy for, which to me I think is a little silly, because I've mentioned this before in a past one of these streams. Is there is only so much you can do in the gaming industry. Sure, there's a lot of games that still do come out that are very unique, that have their own uniqueness to them, and that they're trying to innovate, which is awesome. But with the sheer amount of games being developed at this point in time, it's not easy for them all to be that, right? So you're obviously going to get games that get inspiration. You would hope it's inspiration. It's not just copying, but you would hope it's inspiration from a lot of other games that come out, where, you know, they're just like, hey, I love this game. I want to make a game that's similar to this, but, you know, just in my own style and my own ways, trying to innovate it a little bit. But a lot of people get so angry over the fact that, you know, let's just say you have BR games that come out. You had, you know, Arma that had the BR mod that kind of like launched everything. Then you had other games that went down the BR rabbit hole. Everybody starts to get so angry that, oh my God, you're just trying to copy Arma. Oh my God, you're just trying to copy Fortnite. But a lot of these games are very different. My favorite VR game was Apex Legends for, you know, a good chunk of time. Mainly because it was fast paced. It just felt so different, you know? But again, everybody will bash on it. Just be like, oh my God, you're trying to copy this, you're trying to copy that. Well, you know, it's not just that, you know? I feel like, again, you can make the same type of game as long as you're not copying it like point for point. It's still going to be a great game because everyone can innovate. Everyone can make something a little better.
Hey, listen.
So going into this next one, like I said, it's been getting a lot of controversy lately, but I think it's going to be, it seems like a really fun game. All right, so sorry for keeping everybody waiting. Let's get into the next video. So again, as I said before, and as I made my big rant, this game has a lot of controversy right now, mainly because it's very similar, not fully similar, but it's very similar to a certain game that has come out recently that has got controversy on its own. But again, I feel like they are doing something that's very different, so that's what makes me enjoy it. And I love these type of games, so I'm hoping that they do it right. And I'm hoping that whenever it releases, it's just going to be a good game overall. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So this is Aniimo. I'm sure that people have heard of this game. I'm pretty sure it's getting a lot of traction for good and bad reasons. But this is a creature capture game. It's like, you know, again, like Pokemon. It's like the biggest one that I would say it's contributing right now is Power World. Definitely has the same feel of Power World, but it does do things differently, which is good. Again, you don't want to copy something, you know, point for point. But in this game, you do capture creatures, you do combat with creatures, but you also change into these creatures, which is, you know, really awesome. It's a really awesome concept. So let's jump into the trailer.
Pathfinders,
Holy
are you
shit,
ready
that
to
was
join
fucking
the
loud.
adventure with me? Multiple adorable Aniimo are living here.
And we'll keep the subtitles there. So again, I don't think that creature capturing and all this type of creature training should be a genre that is gatekeeped. Like, more games should be made like this because they're fun. They're great. They're super, super fun games to play.
Be friends with Aniimo, and you will find a more interesting way to see the world. Odie, hold on tight.
And then bringing an open world to it, it just makes you live in that world, you know? And that's something you always want.
They might be emotional sometimes. Try not to get on their bad side.
I imagine this is going to show gameplay. If not, then we'll look into a
What's an
gameplay trailer.
adventure without surprises?
Damn. But look at these, I mean, look at these creature creations. Sure, you can say that they're similar to some Pokemon, but they're still really good.
Follow the path, and you'll find a shiny place. Astra. That's where we came from.
And I think the big thing is the overall, like, end game to it. Like, what's the goal, right? Sure, if you're going around fighting gym trainers, then
Almost forgot.
yeah,
Not all
maybe don't do
Aniimo are
that.
friendly.
That to me is so freaking cool. And the creatures are freaking adorable. It also doesn't seem like they do evolution either, from what I can tell from this trailer.
Pathfinders, welcome to Idle.
Is that the whole trailer? No? Okay, so we still got half the trailer. I imagine it's probably going to show a little bit of the gameplay after this, right? Yeah. Here we go. Gameplay starts now. Oh my god. Dude, look at these. They're so freaking cute. I feel like what does kind of give it more of like a, oh, you're trying to be Pokemon, oh, you're trying to be Power World, is the eyes. Like the eyes in a lot of these creatures seem very similar to especially Power World. God damn. I mean, all I'm going to say is I'm definitely going to play this game whenever it comes out. Alright, so we might lower this a bit because I don't know if this is going to be like some copywritten music, so I might have to put something else behind this because I don't want any of my videos to get taken down or anything in the future. So unfortunately, we're going to do this in a bit of silence, but I'm going to add something to the YouTube videos a little later. See, the biggest thing that I'm excited for and the thing that I think that really does hold me whenever it comes to a lot of these creature capturing games is trying to know what every creature does. It becomes an addiction, right? You're just like, I have to, you know, I have to go Ash Ketchum on them, and I have to capture them all. Because it seems like they have a lot of unique, like each creature seems very unique on its own. And since I imagine they're not going to be doing like a whole evolution thing, I think that they have to do that, you know? Or maybe they do have evolution. Some of them do look like babies and some of them do look adult. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit of abuse going on in this game. And you got some boss fights, which is fucking sick. Now, I will say one massive thing is that I hope they don't do, is I hope they do not make this into a gacha game. Because that would kind of suck if they make it into a gacha game. I would be like, gosh darn it. That's unfortunate. But, you know, it's still probably going to get me to play it. So, this game is not on Steam. I don't know if it's on anything like the PlayStation, you know, store. I don't know if it's I don't know exactly how it's going to be released. But I will say that to find this game, you do have to go to a website, which is right here. And I think for right now, that's the only way that they're actually like... that you can actually get to the game. So again, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be on Steam. I don't know if it's going to be on Epic. I don't know if they're going to be doing it through like the PlayStation Store, the Microsoft Store, but for the time being, it does seem to just be on its own website. So gonna be a cool game, I think. Sure, it could easily come out and be kind of a shitty one. We don't know until it does come out. But as I said before, I don't think that it should be judged on the fact that it's trying to do something that some games have done in the past. It's just going to be the nature of game development. I mean, hell, to sit here and say that there hasn't been a bunch of platformer games, you know, we got Mario, that was probably one of the innovators. I don't think it was the innovator per se, but we have Super Mario that I'm sure we all have grown up on. And to say that there hasn't been a lot of platformer games that have come out that have been similar to it would be crazy. Because you know what? There are, and there have been, and people have built on it and made it into bigger things. That's how you get things like Hollow Knight. But I'm excited. I think this game's going to be super cool. I'm definitely going to try it. And I think you can register for either, I think the alpha has gone by, but I imagine that they're going to start doing beta testing very soon. So do check it out. Check out the website if you enjoyed that.